love and give me shelter. Simple life is all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love and give me shelter. Yeah.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We2 Movement Podcast, the platform that speaks to and for the masses. We say we are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers, but rather we say we are in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Again, we want to still say good evening, family. Tonight, we stand in a sacred in-between space. The calendar tells us it is the final stretch of 2025, but the soul understands something deeper. We are standing at the edge of what was and what will be. Transitioning or transitions are uncomfortable. They require us to look backward without living there and to look forward without pretending we are fearless. And so tonight, if you have tuned in, I ask that you begin to share this live with as many people as possible. This is again the We2 Movement Podcast. I am your host, Ayiti Williams. As usual, I am airing from our home studio here in Smyrna. And so for some, 2025 brought growth. For others, it brought disappointment, grief, setbacks, and unanswered prayers. And for many, it brought a quiet exhaustion, right? The kind that doesn't show on social media, but weighs heavy in the heart. And so tonight, I want to speak not just to dreamers, but also to the discouraged, not just to planners, but to the people who are tired of planning and never seeing results. So as we transition into a new year, and as the We2 Movement transitions from its education phase into the CEI, which is Cultivation and Education Initiative, we must ask a deeper question. Are we merely informed or are we being transformed? Because knowledge without cultivation is noise, and education without intention does not produce legacy. So resolution versus our goal is our topic. The real question is, what's the difference? Again, resolutions versus goals. That's our actual topic for tonight. But the real question here is, what's the difference? We'd like to visit the topic with much deeper clarity. Now, let's return to a familiar idea, but with new depth. Every year, people make resolutions, declarations fueled by emotion, dissatisfaction, or pressure. I'm going to change. I'm going to do better. This year will be different. But emotion is a poor architect. It builds fast and collapses quickly. A resolution is often a reaction. A goal is a response. Revolutions say, I don't like where I am. Goals say, I know where I am or where I'm going. This is why the research of Edwin Locke and Gary Latham remains relevant a decade later. Now, their goal-setting theory proves that clarity produces commitment and specificity fuel endurance. Vague intention leads to vague outcomes. This is not about laziness. This is about design. Most people don't fail because they lack desire. They fail because they lack structure. And structure is not restriction. It is freedom with direction. Now, the CEI shift, that's for the We2 Movement, from learning to living. Pay attention. This brings us to the evolution of the We2 Movement. Education was the foundation. It was necessary. It was powerful. But education alone does not guarantee growth. The CEI Cultivation and Education Initiative represents maturity. Cultivation means nurturing what has been planted, creating system for sustainability, holding space for accountability, understanding that growth takes time, Education gives information. Cultivation ensures transformation. Again, if you have just tuned in, I ask that you begin to share the live with as many people as possible. Again, let's get back on track. You can attend every workshop and still live unchanged. You can hear every message and still move in circle. CEI asks more of us. It asks, what are you doing with what you know? How are you applying what you have learned? Who is benefiting from your growth? Cultivation demands responsibility, and responsibility is the true mark of leadership. Now, the question here, why goals survive hard season? I want you to listen carefully. As you all know, our podcast or our movement is here to educate, to cultivate, and to empower the socially and morally conscious youth. Life does not pause for progress. Obstacles do not ask for permission. This is why Peter Goldwinzer concept of implementation intentions is critical. Success is not about hoping obstacles don't come. It's about deciding in advance what you will do when they come or when they do come. Goals say, when life interrupts, I will adjust, not abandon. This is where many people stop, not because they can't continue, but because they weren't prepared for resistance. Hear this carefully. Struggle is not a sign you are not on the right path. Often, it is confirmation you are on the right path. Consistency matters more than intensity. Discipline matters more than motivation. Commitment matters more than talent. Goals are not about perfection. They're about persistence. A word to the weary and the doubting. Again, if you're just tuning, I ask that you begin to share this live with as many people as possible. So the last several days, we actually went on Facebook Live, and we actually did a synopsis of this particular show. Again, if you have tuned in, I ask that you please share this live with as many people as possible. And so if you're watching this live now, I ask that you share the live. And if you're going to come across this live, please share this live with as many people as possible, because this particular live has the potential and has the key to unlock the door to the obstacles that you are facing or will be facing as you walk into that door of 2026. So now, if you're listening tonight and you feel behind, if you feel like others are passing you, if you feel like your best days are already gone, let me say this plainly: you are not broken. You are not late. You are not disqualified. Failure does not define you. It instructs you. Every setback is data. Refine the plan, not the dream. Nelson Mandela said, there's no passion to be found playing small. And applying small is not humility. It is fear in disguise. Stop shrinking your vision to make your comfort feel safe. Expand your discipline to honor purpose. You owe your future more than excuses. You owe your community more than intention. You owe your calling more than hesitation. Meaning, morality, and purpose. This is what I want us to kind of jaywalk to. Let's take a look at this session for a little bit. We just passed December 25th. Many celebrate the birth of Jesus, but celebration without reflection becomes ritual without responsibility. Whether faith-based or circular, every meaningful life teaches the same lesson. Purpose requires sacrifice. Growth requires service. Legacy requires discipline. Now, ask yourself tonight, who benefits from my growth? Who is harmed by my stagnation? What responsibility do I carry, not just for myself, but for others? Moral consciousness is not about perfection. It is about alignment. Are your actions aligned with your values? Are your goals aligned with your ethics? Are your ambitions aligned with your humanity? The CEI calls us to answer those questions honestly. Now, this is a closing charge that I have for you, and it's a call to conscience. And so just before we conclude this live, I ask again that you please share this live with as many people as possible. So as we enter 2026, do not make resolutions you will forget by February. Set goals you are willing to steward. Write them down, break them into steps, review them weekly, adjust without shame, persist without apology. But above all, live responsibly. The world does not need more promises. It needs more people who finish what they start. Hope is not pretending things are easy. Hope is choosing to walk forward anyway. And tonight, I leave you with this thought. If your life were the lesson, what would it teach? If your actions were the message, what would they say? Those are critical questions. The future is not waiting on lock. It is responding to leadership. Again, thank you for following. As usual, this is the We2 Librarians Movement Podcast. This is how we're going to close or conclude this particular session. This is Ayiti Williams, host of the We2 Librarians Movement Podcast. As we transition into the CER, which is actually Cultivation Education or Cultivation and the Education Initiative. Let us cultivate what we've learned. Let us educate through examples. Let us build with intention, and let us live in a way that our conscience can stand behind. One goal, one step, one life worth living. We rise with purpose, we move with vision, we build together. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. This has been no one else but your host, Ayiti Williams. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys here on our next episode come next Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day. God bless you. Happy New Year. Bye for now.
It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter.